this was written up before tonight, but I'm wondering, was it staff who recommended the current changes to the Human Resources Committee? Or Adam?
You know, I was not completely privy to where that recommendation came from, if it was Adam or...
It was me and Adam.
You and Adam? Okay.
What is your response to the fact that you admitted that you personally directed city staff when it's against city ordinance?
I don't recall any,
You
I do
admit,
not recall the conversation of what is being referred to here. So.
you admitted last meeting, when you were talking during one of the items, that you sat down with the person and you worked out the details of certain things. That is strictly against Orono statute.
It was me and Adam.
You and Adam? Okay.
I didn't come up with any city staff on any time. There's no rule against working with city staff on coming up with ordinances or anything else.
Orono City Code, Section 2-101, General Supervisory Capacity. No member of the council shall in any manner interfere with or prevent the city administrator from exercising the administrator's own judgment in the administration of the city. Except for the purpose of inquiry, no member of the council shall deal with or exercise control over the administration of the city, and no member shall give orders to any department, head, or employee of the city, either publicly or privately, except through a majority vote of the council.
It was me and Adam.
You and Adam? Okay.
What were we just watching? What did we just see? First, we saw Orono Mayor Dennis Walsh admit that he worked with City Administrator Adam Edwards, directing him up at City Hall in order to get certain things accomplished in regards to committees. Then we got to see me pointing out that, by the way there, Mr. Mayor, what you're doing is illegal in Orono. Why is that? Because there is an ordinance, and we just saw it, Section 2-101, General Supervisory Capacity, that was enacted a couple of decades ago in regards to another councilman, but still is in effect. And basically, what Walsh has been doing is frequently coming up here or on the phone or over the text, directing city staff as he wants to, even though we saw it's illegal to do so. And the best part is when Walsh himself stepped in and said, hey, I can talk to and I can direct anybody I want to any old time. Then what does he say? I'm not aware of any rule that prevents me from doing that. Well, Mayor Walsh, it's not a rule. It's an actual statute with criminal penalties. You heard it, criminal penalties. Don't look at me. I'm not criminalizing all your property stuff and everything else in Orono. That's these people up here that are doing that. They're criminalizing. Heck, I've been criminally prosecuted 4 times for nothing at the behest of the mayor. Of course, not guilty every time, but that's not the point. The point is the mayor going to be held accountable for literally violating Orono statute about controlling or directing city staff, most likely dozens and dozens, hundreds and hundreds or more times over the last, 4 or 5 years. You see, Mayor Walsh, ignorance of the law is no excuse. And you, sir, as mayor of Orono, are ignorant of your own ordinances. See, you don't understand that Orono has a weak mayor. The only thing the mayor has over the other council people is to direct the meetings, to make sure things flow well. This isn't Minneapolis where they have a strong mayor system. This is Orono where we have a weak mayor. And thus, no, you cannot direct city staff as you've been doing, not only as you've been doing, but as you admitted up on the dais last Monday night. Well, I took it upon myself and filed myself a criminal complaint, and I sent a complaint to City Council. Sent an email to all of them, and I asked Chief Farniok to conflict this complaint out because he's had to with numerous criminal complaints before. But of course, Chief Farniok, who I have personally sued and I'm in federal court with right now, decided he's going to talk to Adam Edwards, the city administrator, and see what to do. Farniok, you don't get it. You're in a lawsuit. You have a conflict of interest, especially if I'm filing something. You have a conflict of interest because the mayor is in charge of paying and deciding your salary. And not only that, you and Adam Edwards are both witnesses and most likely participated in these illegal activities all these years. You know, I'm not even sure if Chief Farniok knows what the laws are in Orono. So I had to send a second email saying, come on, let's quit playing these games like we have before, conflict this out, hopefully do an outstate agency for the criminal part. But that's one side. The other side is the council. I emailed all of them, of course not Walsh because he's the criminal here in this event. He's the one who violated the ordinance over and over again. And I let them know, you know what, you guys are empowered to do what you need to deal with this. One is you could censure Walsh, and the other is you could remove him from office. And out of the 4 people I sent it to, only one responded. Alyssa Benson. Councilwoman Benson responded to me. She wanted to know the time and the quote at the council meeting. So I actually clipped that out and put it up on my YouTube channel so that she could get to it and see it. But the other 3, Crosby, Johnson, and Veach, nada. Certainly appears like they might be trying to cover for their mayor violating the law once again. Because remember now, a couple of years ago, Walsh clear cut the bluff on his property and it was deemed an illegal act by the city inspector. But somehow city staff asked the city of Mound if it was okay, and Mound said it was okay, so they got rid of that little inconvenient violation of Walsh with no activity. So let's see if that happens here. Are we going to have this completely brushed under the rug? The guy has violated Orono statute over and over and over again when it comes to directing city staff. I mean, I think that's pretty much all he does, you know, on a daily basis. And each one of those activities is a violation in and of itself. There could literally be hundreds of counts, thousands of counts against Orono Mayor Walsh. We'll just have to wait and see. So that's the story. Orono Mayor Walsh violating Orono City Code yet again. Is the city going to hold him responsible, or are they going to brush it under the rug? Let's pay attention and see what happens, folks. Turbine Guy, signing off.